Hello, everyone. It's Thursday in Holy Week, and we're going to hear a story that kind of combines some of the faces of Easter story that we've been hearing before, but brings us right up to that Thursday. So you'll hear some familiar words and phrases, but you'll be seeing it in a little bit different way. So let's start. This is the synagogue in the village of Nazareth, where Jesus grew up. After Jesus had spent his time in the desert and he'd crossed back over the river Jordan, he came home to Nazareth. And as was his custom, he went to the synagogue. And he stood behind the reading place, and he took the scroll from Isaiah, and this is what he read. "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to preach good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim release to the captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to let the oppressed go free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." And then he rolled up the scroll and put it away and sat back down. And everyone began talking about this part of Isaiah. And then Jesus said something kind of strange. He said, "Today, that reading has become true. It has been fulfilled right in your hearing." And the people became a little angry and said, "Wonder what he meant. Was he trying to say that he was the Messiah that Isaiah was talking about?" Why, they knew who he was. He was Mary and Joseph's son. Well, they were so angry, they took him out to the edge of the village, and there at the edge of a cliff, they meant to throw him off. But somehow, he was able to make his way back through the crowd and up into the hills. Many months went by, and Jesus gathered the 12 around him, and he did his work. He healed and he taught. And then Jesus and the 12 turned toward Jerusalem for the last time. And on that Sunday, they entered Jerusalem. Palms were waving. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Jesus taught in the temple. On Thursday, the temple guards tried to find him, but they couldn't. That Thursday evening, Jesus and the 12 hurried through the dark streets and went to a house and went to the upper room there to have their Last Supper together. But before they had their Last Supper, Jesus knelt down in front of his friends, his disciples, and he poured cool water on their hot, tired feet. And he dried them carefully with a towel. And his disciples were shocked. They said, "What are you doing? You're not our servant. Why are you washing our feet?" And Jesus said, "Remember this and love one another the way I have loved you." And then they had their Last Supper together. And after they had eaten all that they wanted, Jesus did something again, kind of unusual. He took the bread, he lifted it up, he blessed it and broke it and shared it with all of them. And he said, "Anytime you share the bread like this, I will be there." What did he mean? He was there. And then he did the same thing with the cup of wine. He blessed it and shared it with all of them and said, anytime you share the wine like this, I will be there. They didn't know what he meant. They didn't understand, but later they would understand. Now watch this. Now, I wonder what this could be. I wonder if you've ever seen anything like this before. I wonder what part of this story you liked best. I wonder what part of this story you think is the most important. I wonder where you are in this story. I will see you on Easter Sunday.